Hi, my name's Shane. Today I'm going to show you how I'm changing the standard horrible steering wheel over for a nice focused ST steering wheel and all the modifications you need to do on the way. So keep watching and I'll show you how to do it. Hi everyone, so I do a lot of stuff with my Jag, but this isn't for a Jag, this is actually for a Transit Custom. So for those of you that know me for the Jag content, I've bought the Transit Custom and I've been doing it up into a camper. For those of you that are new to the channel, you probably come here because of the Transit Custom. Now, it's an XAA van which has got a standard steering wheel on there. It's showing some wear. It hasn't even got that much mileage on here, really, in the grand scheme of things. But this standard steering wheel is really bad around the back if you want to go in there, babe. From when you get in the van, you tend to grab hold of the steering wheel and get up. So this is probably from driving, that's probably from getting in. And when you're driving it, obviously the feel of a car or a van, a lot of it comes from the thing you're connected to, which is your steering wheel. If it doesn't feel that luxurious, it's never going to feel that way. So if you can feel the ridges, it's always going to be a little bit of a bugbear. When it's new to us and it's got a brand new engine in it and stuff like that, it's just kind of like taints the actual feeling of it. So what I've done is bought a Ford Focus ST steering wheel off eBay. It's from a scrapyard. The actual car had 3,000 miles on the clock, so it's pretty damn new. Nice leather, really nice feeling. It's going to go there. The buttons are different, as you can see. Different to these because this is more of a standard one. This has got cruise control and everything, so I need to swap the buttons over. Going to probably take out the whole outside because this is okay, and pop that one straight back in, put the wiring in so it's all the same. The airbag and horn in the middle comes from this and goes in there. I think there's a small modification or a couple of modifications I've got to do inside, but I'll show you that as we go through it because I've got to see what needs to be done. I've got an idea, but let's do it, find out the pitfalls and overcome them. First things first is taking the negative lead off the batteries so there's no power getting to the airbag. So what you don't want to do is do something wrong, or when you're disconnecting it and this to go off, because once it goes off there's a lot of other troubles you've got to go through. So the first things first is disconnecting that battery to de-arm or deactivate that airbag, and then it's safe to do so, right? You don't want that going off in your face. And like I said, even if it doesn't go off in your face, you've got to get a new airbag and possibly the control unit as well, because it knows it's gone off. So that's what I need to do first, and then leave it like 10 minutes or so before I start fiddling them out of it, just to make sure there's no charge anywhere in the system, it's all gone. And then it's the case of trying to get this thing off.
Good luck.
Yep, thank you. My wife said good luck, but I don't know if you can hear her because the mic's here. Right, anyway, so I'll let my wife go. I'll disconnect the battery and I'll show you as I'm going along. First things first is the battery. So I'm just going to slide that forward and then all the way like that. I could just go in the back, but I've got a camper there, so it's limited access, I'm afraid. So I'm going to have to come in from this side. So it's basically undoing these two, I believe they're 8mm, to get this out, and then undo the negative. Don't undo the positive, you've got to undo the negative, always the negative. Right, so that's the negative disconnected. I'm just going to put a piece of this paper packaging underneath, just in case this terminal, so obviously it wants to kind of go back to where it was resting before, right? So I'm just going to put that there to stop it from getting there, because I want to be able to put the seat back in a position so I can work in this area, right? So easily that could move the wire and go back. Right, so that's that. So next job is to wait some time and before we get in there. I still have power, so I need to do a little bit more than what I just did. Like I said, I'll show you all the pitfalls along the way if need be. So I'm doing that one battery negative, the one that's easy to get to, hasn't done the trick. So the other one must be connected as well. I thought the second battery would have just come to this one, but obviously the other one's obviously grounded as well. Damn it. If I'm looking underneath, guys, the other battery is joined by this purple wire to here. So what I'm going to do is undo this nut here, which is going to get make this one loose. I'm still not going to put this one back on because that's connected to all this stuff. I don't know what that is. So and obviously this. So I'm going to remove that so I can get rid of this main earth from there. Now I'm putting paper underneath that and also on top of it so it doesn't touch anything. And then this one is completely separate. Let's see if I've got anything now. Nope, totally dead. Right, that's it, it's off. Right, whilst we're waiting for all that to happen and waiting for the energy to go, I just want to show you from the back of the steering wheel I'm putting on. Obviously you can see the number there that they've used. But here, this is what the airbag clips into, these positions here. Now the first thing first, before we can get to the nut that will be holding on the steering wheel, we've got to take that airbag out. So I want to show you the back of this because I'm probably not going to be able to show you this on the van. But I've got a flat bladed screwdriver, quite a small one. And basically I'm going to poke that into this side here and then lever outwards to try and, because the clip will be there. Oh, can you see that very well? Ooh, let's see there. So I'll be levering in there to push that clip out of the way and then pull the bag up. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but there it is there. So in and then push that way to push it out of the way. And then rotate the steering wheel and do the other side. Now to get to this, you've got to rotate the steering wheel 90 degrees. I'll show you that here. So obviously around here it's in there. So if I rotate it, actually it's hard to do when it's turned off. Behind there, I don't know if you can see. There you go, it becomes visible there. There you go. Now, I've seen other posts saying you have to remove this cowling, but I don't think you do. I'm all in favour of not doing stuff if you don't have to do it. But if it makes it a lot easier, then definitely. But I'm going to try it without removing this first to see if it's still easy or not. Yeah, look at that wear, it's horrible. I've just got a shorter length screwdriver to get it in there because it was just too long. I just popped it in and it come out really easy. So hopefully I can do the same on the other way. Just gonna turn it around. It's going to be a bit difficult, one sec. I might have to hold it. Basically, get it in there. Is that it? Not quite, almost. It's hard to do this without being able to actually see the clip. So it's just going to take some bit of fiddling, I think. Come on. I got your other side out really super easy. Now that I'm on film, or on camera, you'll be in a pain. Or is it because the one side's out, it's at a different angle maybe? Come on. You know you want to come out. I think I'm going to have to cut this video. Am I all the way in? There you go. Possibly wasn't all the way in. Yeah, so you don't need to remove the cowling, guys. Cowling's still on. Here's the airbag. You can see the connections underneath. Now let's have a little look. You got a brown wire coming up to this side, and the white wire coming to there, and then the airbag one coming to there. So the airbag one's got an orange clip that you need to pull down. I'm trying to do it with my nails. Almost done it. I have to do that. Press the button by accident. I have to do that with the screwdriver. Just bring it down. You're teasing it out, and then pulling that straight out. Now that makes it easier to get up to here. You can see the brown wire here and the white wire this side. This is for the horn, so that should just be a spade connector. Yes, it is. It's hard to do with one hand, but just so it looks like the spades are different sizes, which is good. Yep, so one's a little tiny spade, one's a big one, which means you're not going to put it back in the wrong position. And there's your airbag out. Before it goes in, I'm going to clean around there. Next would be taking this nut out. Then it's a case of swapping over the steering wheels. All you need to do this is a 24mm socket. Unfortunately, I've only got a long extension bar, which brings it right out here, which is not ideal. So I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed. I'm going to need to put you down and just undo this. Now that was easy, it wasn't very tight. So it's there. It does have some thread lock on it, obviously to stop it from coming loose. So I'll make sure I put a thread lock on. And one thing I just went and got is a Sharpie, just to mark that top edge. If I can zoom in. So you got the line here of the steering wheel, which is obviously there. I'm just going to blacken the top half, not the top half, but the top flat, so I know that's where, can't see, sorry, where the top is. Okay. Now before I take it off, obviously the next step will be removing this connector, just like what's on this one. We got the connector here. So there's a little button at the top that you've got to depress. Shut the top there. Obviously I've got to do that without holding the camera. So it'd just be a case of pushing that down and pulling the connector out. Easy peasy. I use a screwdriver just to hold that down and then pulled it out. So now it should just come off. There you go. So steering wheel out. There's your centre boss and what you're left with. Next job would be changing over the buttons. What I'm going to possibly do is just take the whole plastic out with the buttons in it and transfer that directly over to the new one. because I don't believe this is really scratched or anything. I just need to clean it up. So I'm going to clean it up first to make sure I'm happy with it. If not, I will take it out and then see what it is to remove the buttons. Like I thought, just cleaning this up, that's going to be fine. So the first things first is trying to get this out. Now, again, hard to do when I'm holding this, but the place I'm going to start is here. There's some, actually it looks like a different setup to this. These have got little foam bits with clips going into there. Well, this one doesn't. So it looks like I do have to take the buttons out. Wish I would have known that before I cleaned it. Right, so I just got to get this out. I have a feeling it'd just be a case of pulling it. Yeah, let's see if I can hold that there with my belly. Yeah, it's coming up. So I'm just pulling, grabbing here, and pulling it upwards. There you go, it's coming up. There you go. Doing it the other side, so that's coming up. As you can see, do the same the other side. There you go. That's come out. So I just got to do that with a new one. And then it'd be a case of undoing the, oh, I don't know what they are. I'll find out in a minute. Might be an Allen key or might be something else. Okay, hopefully they come out okay. I'll try that next. Let's give this a go then. It's a T10. Straight into here. For there and there. And after they come out, there's some little clips on the side. And that should pop out. And then obviously the wiring's just kind of like fed in there. Then I'm going to pop out the one from here, which has got different clip arrangements. But as you see, everything else is the same underneath there. So it's just a case of putting those other buttons back into here. Right, so they're out, ready to pop out, hopefully. Yeah, it should be easy. There you go. How easy that is that comes out. Now, I did toy with the idea of keeping the other ones in here, but I know they're gonna throw up errors. And if you had 4-scan, I believe you might be able to code back in your cruise control. But I'm going to look into that later on. And if that is true, I will put the original buttons back in and code them in. So, you know, subscribe and stuff, and keep an eye on this, because I might show you how to do that later on if I can figure out how to do it. But for now, I just want this quickly done and back to how it was. So just got to pull this wiring out from the clips in there and transfer it over. Easy to do, you don't need me to video this. A quick important thing to say with this, I thought this was going to be the same, but it wasn't quite as easy because this bottom bit is actually attached on this one. So as I was pulling there, I needed to pull up there and there to get this whole thing detached from there. Where on the other one, it's molded in, so it clipped in here and that was it. So think about that bit coming all the way out. So try not to break it. So what's this? So the wiring is embedded in the steering wheel on this one. So I need to unplug that. There are a few differences to the steering wheel on this, but these bits are pretty much identical. So I'll swap those over now. Of course, I've hit a snag, haven't I? So the other one was T10. This one looks like it's going to be a T5 or something. I don't have something that small. And my neighbour that lives across the street, has every tool underneath the sun, is not in. So I'm kind of stuck. But what I'll do, I'll make sure I list everything that's needed in the description so you have it before you even start, right? While I'm waiting to try and get the right tool, let's have a look at the differences between the two wheels, shall we? Now this is the ST wheel. One of the main things you'll notice are these clips that hold in the airbag are completely different to the ones that are on the Transit Custom. Now I've been told you can modify these to fit, and it's just a case of taking some of the pointy edge off this. Now let me show you what I mean. I've got the airbag here. Good thing is with these are the clips you would try and move out the way with the screwdriver. Underneath here there's a little area where you can clip and push up. I might need to do that with the screwdriver. Clip that back up. Let me just get this in. Basically you stow the clips out the way up into that recess, which kind of arms it in a way, right, so you can get it in position. If I place this into here and turn it around, you'll see that when they're coming in, can you see down there very easily? Where that wire is, or the clip, will hit that edge. I don't know if it's very easy to see. Try and get some light. There you go. You see that edge? So you've got to get that edge off so you can go past that and unclip and hit there. So it's just getting that in the right place. There are other mods. Let me have a look. This is the Transit Custom steering wheel. Ooh. This is the Transit Custom steering wheel, and one of the obvious things is the airbag touches that, and that kind of is like his resting point. Now it goes down and it's flat across there. On this one, in the same location, you got all this. Ooh. All this stuff in the way. Now this is the height of the other cast, and this comes up, so I'm thinking that is a similar height to this. I'll have a look and check in a minute, but all this will be stopping the airbag from coming in, so this needs cutting out. Not 100% sure yet, but I've taken out from the middle down across up to there, both sides, which I think will allow us to clear these sections. But all we have at the bottom is this. This goes into this deep hole there. This one doesn't have that. I've just cut a little bit out here, and I believe I need to drill a hole down there just into the foam bit, so it's not drilling it into the metal, just so this can sit into it and stop it from moving around. So I've got my drill, a few drill bits. I'm going to do this whole really difficult filming. Somebody else. I'll drill a hole down there. Be careful because it comes straight through the other side. There's nothing behind. So hopefully that lines up. Okay, I believe that's going to go in lovely. I just need to take that corner bit off both sides. And I should be away. That really didn't take much at all. I just used a file. I thought I was going to need a dremel or something, but nope. It's quite soft. Just taking the edges off, kind of straightened them up a little bit, and now it fits in. Didn't even take off as much as I thought I needed to. So all seems to go. So I just need to clean it up now. I need to try and get the buttons off the other one, and I should be putting it all back together. I had to make a tool, which basically I filed down a small flat blade screwdriver so it would fit inside. Managed to get them out. The threads look like they're the same, it's just the head was different. So now I can take them out and swap them over with ease. We're on the way. There's an easy swap out with that one. Where's the basically these go in there. It's simple, you'd see it. And hopefully that fits in. If not, I'll put the originals back in, but I'd rather use the ones that I've actually got a tool for, to be fair. Yeah. There you go. Obviously not tight. So there are any tiny threads into plastic, so don't try over tightening things. Try and lift it up so you can see. Right, so that's one changed. Fits perfectly. So that's the loom off the Focus, and this is my loom. You see these buttons have got the volume control instead of the cruise control. So that should be a case of lifting up now. There you go. Put that over there. Case of putting that in. Just pushing down, and that's what it's going to look like. Spot on. I'm just going to put these in. There you go, nice and easy. Just a bit fiddly. So if I remember rightly, the old loom routed in here, but this one's got a route into the steering wheel, so I'll go and get the steering wheel now. Yeah, the loom routes into this bit here. If you can see that very easily. Right, this loom seems thicker, but it can't be. Here they go in, here they go in. And basically I've tucked it in there, tucked it in the other side. This will now clip down, or should. Oh, I should have done this side first actually. Let's take that top back out. Don't follow this as we're going. I'm going to put the bottom bit in because that was the last bit that come out. Line that up, get that in. Easier said than done. Right, push that in. That should enable that to line up. Yep. So work from the bottom all the way up to the top. Make sure these line up before you push down, because they were creeping out on the outside. There you go, that's it. So now all I have to do, see if I can get that wiring behind there. Just need a little screwdriver to get that wiring in the hole, and it should be right. Okay. Sorry if the angle's not very good, but you'll get this bit anyway. If you're attacking this anyway, I'm sure you better tackle this. Just be careful not to damage any wiring, but what you want it laid out the way so it's not going to get twisted or anything. There you go. So now we're ready to go. That can then go back in. You put on wide. We're ready to go. So I've got the airbag primed, like I said, with the clips up in the retaining areas. That's ready to go. Firstly, this needs to go on. Attach that cable into there and bring this one through. We should be ready to go. Right, so I'm going to feed that through. Oh, this is all very easily moved. Right, line that up with the top like I did before. See that? So let me go in there. Right, let's go into remember I marked the top, so that's in line, so that should be right. Just needs doing up. This can be clipped into there. Yep, fits straight away. There's no trouble there. And these are ready for the airbag module. But before we do that, let's put the bolt back in. That's there, I just need to tighten it up a bit more. All tightened, ready to go. Just got to attach these up, then push it in, and hopefully I can get in the back and unclip them. It's going to be difficult to do this. Right then. Okay. Do the little one first. It's in. Remember that one came out there. Right, so that should be for the horn. Now attach this. Push the plug in, and then the orange retaining clip, that's there. Hopefully this should slot into place now. I think that clip came out. Yeah, it did. Just going to put that clip back into place. Okay, that's back in. This is always going to be the fiddliest bit, I think. struggling to locate the bottom pin. Nope. Now push it into place. Just got to hold it whilst I turn it around and see if I can do these clips. Oh, this is going to be fiddly. Right. Am I going to get it out? Oh, I just need to push it, right? Okay. So I'm sure it's easy when you know how. I'm just going to get that in position. Ah! Is that in? I think it's in. Ah! It's in. Let me sit up. Yeah, it's in. It unclipped by itself. It's in. There you go. Cool. Just got to connect the battery now. And away we go. Yeah, that's just for the horn. The movement for the horn. Nice. Now we're back in the back to connect the battery. So what I need to do is get that in there. Silly bitty. Right, so that's connected the one battery. Now I just need to undo this. Connect the second battery along with whatever this wire is for. Now we have power to the vehicle. I heard it just come to life. That's it in. It's there. Put the cover on. Alright, got to check everything works now. So power on. Horn works. So I've had to change phone. Start up. Right. Obviously we lost all the radio stuff. Let's close the driver's door. Oh, I had to press the OK button. Right, there you go. All works. Cool. Obviously the volume buttons will work when this is all on. Yeah, volume's working. Cool. All works, guys. There you go. Now subscribe to see if I managed to get the cruise control working. See you later.